6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed.
DA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Deebo Samuel in the backfield with his first carry. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Deebo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Dancing to his left. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On play action, it's Murray. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott now. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a nifty return of 29 yards.
And the Texans will take over. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On second down, here's Debo. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch.
That's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray being chased out left. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kyler Murray doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Around the 34. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good.
Sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. There's Murray. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
From the shotgun, and Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, but I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I think you need to call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A run for Debo here to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Murray from midfield. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now.
And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
Well, partner, I'm just going to say this. Whoever did the scouting report for this game is going to get a raise because they've had their number at every turn, and they just buried him for a safety with ease. When you earn 2 points and give up 0 for a half of football, there's not much left you can improve on, even though they'll try.
They'll begin by running here with Samuel.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Austin. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. In motion right here, Boyd. Final play of the half. Prescott shakes off the sack, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Throwing, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and a yard, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
right?
Yeah,
he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a longer kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Out of the gun, it's going to be Samuel with a run. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Murray off play action. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll give it to Samuel.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure, and they got to him again.
This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Chark.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Colts are right back in this football game.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Folks, remember this. His first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in Week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the sack on first down, Prescott. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Prescott on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First down, Prescott. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down. Prescott, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A handoff for Samuel. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Running right on the option is Murray. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Murray going to hold on to it once more.
The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge it.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keeping yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lowered my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. Murray going to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Murray going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The slot man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now official.